Shivaya namastubhyam, Shantaya Paramatmane, Sada Shiva Swarupaya, Nityaya Parameshware. With deep reverence, I bow before Lord Shiva, the eternal source of all, the destroyer of ignorance, the embodiment of compassion, and the silent witness to all creation. Today, we continue the Yuddha-khaṇḍa, the section of the Rudra Saṁhitā that reveals the cosmic dance of conflict and harmony. More than battles between gods and demons, it reflects the profound inner struggle within every soul, between pride and surrender, illusion and awakening, destruction and renewal. Through these stories, may we glimpse the divine grace that transforms even the proudest hearts, and recognize Lord Shiva not as a distant deity, but as the inner flame guiding us toward truth. Bana, the son of the mighty Daitya King Bali, ruled the three worlds from the fortress city of Shonita. Feared by the gods and honored by mortals, Bana's devotion to Lord Shiva shone like fire in a storm. Through acts of fierce tandava and boundless charity, he offered himself again and again to the Lord of Kailash. Lord Shiva, moved by his blazing bhakti, granted him guardianship over his city, his sons, and a sacred place among the Ganas. Oftentimes, the Lord himself would descend into Shonita, joining in divine festivities where devotion and divinity danced as one. Yet, even deep devotion can be shadowed by ego. Bana, growing proud, longed for a worthy adversary, boasting of his victories over gods like Yama, the god of death, and Indra. Lord Shiva, with gentle warning, told Bana to watch for a sign: the fall of his peacock-crested flagstaff. When that sign appeared, the time for reckoning had come. Meanwhile, his daughter Usha, radiant and gifted in yogic insight, had begun her sacred monthly fasts. In youthful curiosity, she once playfully disguised herself as Ma Parvati to captivate Lord Shiva. The goddess, smiling at her innocent boldness, saw through the illusion and foretold a great destiny. Usha would be united with the divine consort chosen by the gods. That destiny took root one night, when Usha dreamt of a radiant youth, Aniruddha, the grandson of Lord Krishna. She awoke love-struck, unable to forget his face. Her friend Chitralekha, a mystic of rare talent, listened with compassion. Using yogic trance and painting each face from Usha's dreams, she eventually captured Aniruddha's likeness. Then, with Siddhic flight, she crossed the skies and brought the prince to Usha's chambers. There, in secrecy, their souls entwined. But love hidden cannot remain hidden forever. Bana discovered them and flew into rage. He imprisoned Aniruddha in chains of iron and pride. Yet Aniruddha, though bound, did not bend. He invoked Ma Kali, and through his unwavering prayer, Ma Kali shattered his bonds. True strength is not found in weapons, but in surrender to the divine. When Lord Krishna learned of his grandson's capture, his heart stirred. Lord Krishna assembled a vast army, its banners fluttering like cosmic winds, and thus began a war the worlds would remember. Lord Shiva, out of love for his devotee, joined Bana with his son Lord Kartikeya and legions of celestial warriors. The heavens shook, mountains trembled, weapons of divine power collided in a storm beyond imagination. Yet, amid the thunder of war, Lord Krishna stood still and bowed. "O Mahādeva," he said, "you are the root of all. Let this war not be born of pride, but of purpose. Let Bana be humbled, not destroyed. For your own boon has declared his arms alone must fall." Lord Shiva, smiling with infinite calm, gave his silent consent. Lord Krishna struck not in anger but in compassion, and Bana fell. Of his 1,000 arms, only 4 remained. Yet there was no pain, only Lord Shiva's grace. Stripped of ego, Bana wept, not in defeat, but in awakening. He danced a penitent Tāṇḍava, blood mingling with tears, every step a cry of devotion. And the Lord who destroys also restores. Tata Shambho prasadena Mahākālatvamāgata Rudra Saṁhitā bhanu Mahapramudito bhavat. By Lord Shiva's grace, Bana attained the state of Mahākāla. He became Rudra's companion, filled with joy beyond measure. Lord Shiva healed him, gave him mastery, and freed him from the fate of endless rebirth. Bana, once arrogant, now sang Lord Shiva's praises with the humility of one who had truly seen. Mahishasura, the demon, had once terrorized the worlds until Goddess Durga, in radiant fury, struck him down. From the ashes of his fall, a darker flame was kindled. Gajasura, his son, rose with vengeance veiled as power. Gajasura rose with a terrifying boon, not being tainted by desire could slay him. Emboldened, he conquered the heavens and seized Lord Indra's throne. His pride knew no bounds. Eventually, he turned his gaze to Kashi, the sacred city of Lord Shiva. The moment his shadow crossed its boundary, Lord Shiva stood to protect what was holy. With trident in hand, Lord Shiva pierced him. But Gajasura, in that final moment, did not plead for life. He asked for redemption. "Wear my elephant hide, Lord," he said, "so I may always remain with you." Lord Shiva accepted, becoming Kritivasa, the one adorned in the hide of a demon, a symbol of conquest not through hate but through grace. The Kritivasheshwara Linga rose there, sanctifying the moment where surrender transformed death into divinity. Dharma was tested again and again. Dundubi Nirhrada or Dundubi, furious over the death of Hiranyaksha, who was also a demon slain by Mahavishnu. Seeking to weaken the gods, he targeted the Brahmanas, the keepers of sacrifice and dharma. With dark Maya, he became a tiger by night, invisible, devouring sages and priests. One Shivratri night, a lone sage sat in deep meditation, repeating the mantra Om Namah Śivāya, lost in the stillness of Lord Shiva's presence. As the demon lunged, the sage did not flinch. Faith became armor. The linga beside him cracked with divine light, and from it Lord Shiva appeared, radiant. With one hand, he seized the tiger under his arm. With the other, he crushed its skull, ending the terror. Yo mamanena rupena drakshyati shraddha yatravai tasyupasarga sandhanam patayishyamya samshayam. Lord Shiva returned to the linga, and the place became a sanctuary. Kashi was protected not by armies but by faith. At last came the Daityas Vidala and Utpala. Armed with a boon from Lord Brahma, no man could slay them. They ravaged the earth and heavens alike. Desperate, the gods turned to Lord Shiva once again. He smiled and turned to Ma Parvati, the eternal power. Sage Narada, with clever praise, lured the demons. Inflamed by desire, they disguised themselves as Ganas and approached Ma Parvati. But the goddess, ever alert, saw through their deceit. Without anger, Ma Parvati picked up a small ball and, with effortless grace, she struck both the demons down, like a ripe fruit falling from a tree. That ball became the Kandukeshwara Linga in the city of Kashi, a divine symbol of feminine power, play, and precision. It reminds us that not all battles require fury. Some are won with serene strength. The Yuddha-khaṇḍa are not mere tales of gods and demons. It is our own soul's story. Bana teaches us that even ego, when bowed before the Lord, becomes a doorway to grace. Gajasura reminds us that even darkness can be transformed into adornment. Dundubi shows that pure devotion protects us when strength cannot. Vidala and Utpala reveal that wisdom and the divine feminine overcome even the subtlest arrogance. At the center of it all is Lord Shiva, the still point in the chaos, the flame that burns away illusion, the one who destroys only to transform. In every fall, there is a seed of rising. In every illusion, the echo of truth. In every act of destruction, the whisper of rebirth. With tearful eyes and a heart full of surrender, I bow down to Mahādeva, Jagatpita, the breath of our soul and the light upon our path. May Mahādeva bless us all. Keep seeking, keep chanting, keep surrendering. Om Namah Śivāya.